Terrifier is a movie from 2016. It is based on a horror anthology film called All Hallows Eve, where one of the main antagonists of the film, Art the Clown, got enough fan reception that they loved him, and they wanted a movie about him. So you have Damien Leone's Terrifier. And with that, it really doesn't come down to a story. There's really no story in this movie. It's basically just a big ass showcase of, look at this dude right here, look how brutal he can be, look at him. That's what this movie is. So again, no story, no plot development, no story, no character arcs, no, not really any good acting besides from David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown. And it was even that way in All Hallows Eve. There was really only a tiny bit of story, and it was very, very, very slim and not drawn out at all. It was pretty much well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take it there. We're going to do it like that. So, with that being said, I did enjoy this film. Now, I get hate for saying that because I know there's a lot of hardcore fans of horror who despise this movie. And then there's a lot of hardcore fans who love this movie. And this movie is mainly made for gore hounds such as myself. So yeah, I had a really good time with it. I watched it about a year ago. It's a late review because I'm just now starting my YouTube channel. So there's going to be a couple of films that are going to be very, very late reviews. And this is going to be one of them. However, let's get into the goods, the bads, and the mixed. So the goods for me is we got to talk about that carnage. We got to talk about that practical effects. I mean, it's uncanny. I mean, you're not going to find a better practical effects than what Damien Leone has done. Probably won't find that in quite a while. I could be wrong, but as it stands right now, Terrifier 1 and 2 have really, really, really good practical effects. Second positive that I'll talk about is Art the Clown over here, who at first I wasn't understanding of why people would say, oh yeah, he's a icon in the making. I was like, I can kind of see why. I mean, he's got that charm, that, dark humor, he definitely has the skill for kills, so that's no debate. But at first I was just kind of like, I don't see what everybody else sees. Which brings me to Terrifier 2, and we'll talk about that later on. But in Terrifier 1, it's just a showcase of Art the Clown, and he is our central main character because, let's be honest, our main characters, they're there for I don't even know how long. They're there for maybe an hour, and they're killed off in the most brutal fucking ways that you can think of, which I loved. So that's another part. And the last thing before I get into the mixed side is I actually did think that for as much shit that they give the story, I think they have good ideas. They had a good idea with this story. They just didn't flesh it out enough. And I guess that can kind of be contributed to more of a mixed category. But I'm going to throw it into the positive category, and then we're going to head over to the mix. So, my first mix thing is the acting. I don't know why, but the girl who plays Tara, couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand her. I don't know why. It might just be, for me, that might just be a mix for me. The person who played Dawn as well, could not stand her. Terrible acting. But that's what I think they were trying to go for with this low budget movie. And then again, it is, low budget. Another mixed aspect I have on it is they have this whole ordeal, which if you haven't seen the movie, which I'm pretty confident most of y'all have seen this movie by now, with a cat lady. I didn't understand why that needed to be thrown into the story at all. I mean, that was kind of there to be there, apparently, because I didn't understand what they were trying to go with right there. I mean, I'm cool. That's another body for the Carnage, which it was good. It was a good Carnage kill, but I didn't understand what they were trying to go for with that. Maybe just make people be like, hey, don't go into these places or you're going to meet a crazy cat lady who has a fake doll and pretends it's her baby. I don't know. And I'm not trying to harp on this movie because as much as I do say that it's a very mixed bag for me, I do still enjoy it. I can throw this on and drink to it or, whatever the case may be and have fun with it. Now let's move on to the the negative. Whew. See? Right there. The story sucks. I'm sorry, but the story is just, it's bad. But, because there is none. That's why. However, I don't think I have an however. It's just bad. It's just a bad story. But that might have been what they were going for. And then the last thing before I give my rating, the last negative, the last little thing, if you may will, is I don't know why they chose the places they chose for this movie. I mean, obviously it's a very low budget, and that kind of that could either hurt or help a film like this. And in this case, it didn't really do neither. I mean, it was, I like low budget films. I like indie films, you know what I mean? But I don't get what direction they were going for with this movie. I mean, I know they're trying to make a new kind of horror icon, and when we talk about Terrifier 2, you'll hear my thoughts about if art's an icon or not. So stick around for that one. But yeah, that's about it. On my scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. Not too bad, not too good, not great by any shot. Just nice thin line right there. So, yeah, that's about it. See ya.